squares and square roots. So let's see what are squares. So if a number is multiplied by itself, then the product is called square of that number. Okay, so that means 1 square means 1 into 1, it is 1. Okay, now 2 square, the square of the number 2 means 2 into 2, that is 4. Okay, 3 square, it is 9. 4 square, 4 into 4, 16. 5 square, 5 into 5, 25. 6 square, 6 into 6, 36. You must study the squares of number up to 25. Okay. Now 6 square is 36. 7 square, 49. 8 square, 64. 9 square, 9 into 9, 81. Now 10 square, it is 10 into 10, 100. 11 square, 11 into 11, 121. 12 square, 12 into 12, 144. 13 square, 169. 14 square, 196. 15 square, 225. 16 square, 256. 17 square, 289. 18 square, 324. 19 square, it is 361. 20 square, 400. 21 square, 441. 22 square, 484. 23 square, 3 square, 529. 24 square, that is 576. 25 square, 625. So these are the squares of the numbers up to 25. Okay. So here you can see the numbers 1, 4, 9, 16, 25. So these are the numbers. These numbers are written as the product of two equal factors. Okay. So these numbers are called perfect numbers. Okay. So what is a perfect number? If a number can be written as the product of two equal factors, then that number is called a perfect square. Okay, and here you can see that in the perfect squares, you can see that the square of a number ends with any one of the digits 0, 1, 4, 5, 6, 9. Isn't it? So you can see that the square of a number ends with any one of the digits 0, 1, 4, 5, 6 and 9. The numbers ending with any one of the digits 2, 7, 8. The other numbers are not perfect square numbers. Square root. If a square is equal to b, this a is called square root of b. A is square root of b. Okay. So we use this symbol for square root. Okay. It is called radical sign and is placed before the number whose square root is to be calculated. Okay. We know that 3 square is equal to 9. So we can write root 9 is equal to 3. Okay. And we know that 4 square is equal to 16. So I can write root 16 is equal to 4. Now what about root 100? Root 100 is equal to 10. Now what about root 484? Root 484 is 22. Methods for finding square root of a number. Okay, so we have the first method, method 1, that is called prime factorization method. Method 1 is prime factorization method. Okay, so let's discuss this method first. Suppose we need to find the square root of the number 1024. Okay, so let's divide the number 1024 by the prime numbers. We know that what are the prime numbers? The prime numbers are 2, 3, 5, 7, etc. Okay. So now let's divide this number 1024 by a prime number. So we use this symbol. Okay. So now we divide this 1024 by a prime number. You can see that this number is divisible by 2 because in units place we have the number 4. It is a multiple of 2. Okay, so we divide the number 1024 by 2. So what do you get when you divide 1024 by 2? 10, 5 2s are 10, 1 2s are 2, 2 2s are 4. So we get 512. Now again this can be divided by 2 because in units place we have 2. It's a multiple of 2. So let's divide it again by 2. Okay, so we have 5 here. So 2 2s are 4. So 5 minus 4 is 1. So we get 11. 5 2s are 10. 11 minus 10 is 1. So we get 12. 6 2s are 12. Again this can be divided by 2 because units place number is an even number. So 1 2s are 2. 2 2s are 4, 5 minus 4 is 1, so we get 16, 8 2s are 16. Again by 2, 6 2s are 12, 4 2s are 8. Now again by 2, 3 2s are 6, 2 2s are 4. This 32 is also divided by, can be divided by 2, so we get 16. 16 into 2 is 32. Now again by 2, 8 2s are 16, again by 2, 4 2s are 8, again by 2, 2 2s are 4. So finally we got a prime number. So this root of 1024 can be written as, root of this 1024 can be written as 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into etc. This write that 2's here. So we have 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. How many 2's are there? 1, 2, 5, 8, 10. 10 2s are there. Okay. So we are finding square root of a number. So pair the equal numbers. So from each pair we can take one number. So from among 2 into 2 we can take 2 into, from this pair we can take 1, 2. From this pair take another 2. So we have total 5 pairs. So from each of these 5 pairs we have taken 1, 2 outside. So we have 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. That means 2 into 2 is 4, 4 into 2 is 8, 8 into 2 16, 16 into 2 32. Therefore, square root of 1024 is equal to 32. But this method will take, if we have 5-digit number or 6-digit number, will take more time to find the square root of this number. So in that case, you can use the second method. So let us discuss the second method. That method is called division method. So let's discuss the method 2 for finding square root of a number, that is called division method. Let's consider an example. Suppose we need to find the same number. Let's take square root of 1024. So here you can see that how many digits are there in the number? There are 4 digits. So mark off the figure into period of 2. Okay, grouping the digits into periods of 2. So here we have 2 periods. Am I right? One period we have 10 and the second period we have 24. Okay, now let us find the greatest number whose square is obtained in the first period, that is 10. So that is, we are dividing this 1024. Okay, and let's draw 2 lines like this. So first we find the square of a number, the greatest number whose square is obtained in the first period. So which is the number? So here we have the number 10. So which is the perfect square less than or equal to this number? So we know the perfect squares 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, etc. are the perfect squares. So we have the digit 10 here. So we know that the perfect square less than this number 10 is 9. Okay, so we know that 3 into 9 is equal to 3 into 3. So we write that 3 here and the other 3 here. So we have 3 into 3, that is 9. Okay, now subtract 9 from 10. What do you get? 10 minus 9 is 1. Now you write the next period, so that is 24 together. So we have 124. In next step, you add these two numbers. What do you get then? 3 plus 3, 6. Okay. Now here we have the last digit is 4. We know that 4 comes in the units place of the squares of numbers 2 and 8. Isn't it? 2 square is 4, 8 square is 64. So in unit place we have number 4. So here we need to put either 2 or 8. Okay. If you put 2 here, you have to put 2 here. If you put 8 here, instead of this 2, you have to put 8. Okay. Now you check whether you put 2. Check the 62 into that 2 is equal to 124. Yes. So 2 into 62 is 124. So we got the remainder 0. So we can stop here. So you can see that since all the digits are used and the last remainder is 0, therefore the division as well as the extraction of the square root is completed. So we can write that square root of 1024 is equal to 32. I'll give you one more example. Suppose we need to find the square root of the number 7225. Okay, so first let's mark the figure into periods of 2. Okay, so start from the right side. So we have, this is one period of 2 numbers, that is 25, and this is the second period of 2 numbers, that is 72. Okay, now we write the number here 72 comma 25 and draw 2 lines like this. Okay, now we have the first number, first period, that is 72. So find the perfect square which is less than the 72. So what are the perfect square? 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, isn't it? 7 square is 49, 8 square is 64, 9 square is 81. So which is the number less than 72 here? 64 is the number less than 72, which is square root of the number 8. So we write 1 8 here, other 8 here. So 8 into 8 is 64. Okay. Now subtract 64 from 72. So what do you get? 72 minus 64 is 8. Okay. Now you write the next period of numbers, that is 25 together. That is, we are bringing down the next period, that is 25 here. Now next step, you add these two numbers. 8 plus 8 is 16. Okay. So here in units place, we have the number 5. Okay. So we know that 5 square is equal to 25. 5 square is equal to 25. That is the square of 5 has units place number 5. So we put 5 here and you have to put the same 5 here also. Now you multiply this 165 and 5. What do you get? What is 165 into 5? 5 5s are 25, 2, 6 5s are 30, plus 2 is 32, 3, 1 5s are 3, 1 5s are 5 plus 3 is 8. We get 825. So when you multiply 165 and 5, we get 825. So the remainder is 0. So here, since all the digits are used and the last remainder is 0, the division as well as the extraction of the square root is completed. Therefore, we can write root of 7225 is equal to 85. Now we have one more easy method to find square root of a number. Okay, so that method is method 3. It's a shortcut method. Okay. So that is, here we need to remember the numbers in this order. First 1, 2, 3, 4 and you write 5 here. Okay. Then 6, 7, 8, 9. square of 1 and 9 has units place number 1, isn't it? Because 1 square is 1, 9 square is 81, units place it is 1. Okay. Now what is the number in the units place of squares of these two numbers, 2 and 8? That is 4. Am I right? And what about 3 and 7? That is 9. 3 square is 9. 7 square is 49. So units place we have the same number 9. And 4 and 6 we have the number 4 square is 16. 6 square is 36. Both numbers have units place number same, that is 6. Okay. And 5 has the square of 5 has units place number 5. So remember this order. Okay. Suppose you need to find the square root of the number 7225. So here also you have to mark off the figure into periods of 2. So that is we have 7225. Okay. Now you find the perfect square less than this 72. It is 64. Isn't it? 64 is the perfect square less than the first period, that is 72 is 64. Okay. So 64 square root is 8. Isn't it? Square root of 64 is 8. So you write 8 here. Okay. Now look at the units place number. It is 5. So we have 5 corresponds to 5. Okay. So the answer is 85. Now next problem, we can discuss the square root of number 1024. First we mark off the figure into periods of 2. So we have 2 periods. Okay. So one is 10, other one is 24. So consider the first number, that is 10. Okay. So find out the perfect square which is less than this 10, that is 9. Okay. Now find the square root of this number 9. Square root of 9 is 3. So you write 3 here. Now look at the units place number. It is 4. So corresponds to 4. We have two numbers 2 and 8. Isn't it? So you write 2 and 8 here. Okay. Now take the number 10. Okay. Now you have to start from this number 3. No. Find 3 into the next number of 3. It is 4. Okay. What do you get? 3 into 4 is 12. Okay. Now compare the number 12 with the first period of numbers, that is 10. So compare this 12 and 10. This one is less than this 12. Means you have to take the smallest number 2. So we get 32 is the square root of the number 1024. Okay. One more example. Root of, suppose we need to find the square root of the number 784. Okay. From right to left, group the numbers as period of 2. So we have first period 84. In second period we have only one number, that is 7. Okay. So consider that number first, that is 7 here. So here, which is the perfect square less than this 7? It is 4. Okay. Now square root of this 4 is 2. So you write 2. Okay. Now here we have the units place number 4 corresponds to 4. We have two numbers 2 and 8. Write that two numbers 2 and 8 here. Okay. Next step is take this number 2 into the next number of 2, that is 3. So what is 2 into 3? 6. Now you compare this 6 with the first number 7. So here you can see that this number is greater than this number 6. Greater means you have to take the larger value, that is 8. So the answer is 28. In this way also you can find the square root of the numbers.